Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video of F1 2019, another game experiment. Today we are going to be putting a variety of engines into different F1 cars. We've got F12 car engine in the top 3 teams, the V10 engine, in the mid teams, and then Williams have got a V8 engine because they can't afford it. So yes, I'm just setting comparison times around Monza. We're back at Monza. Monza, of course, now is pretty much becoming the official test track, and you can see here we're just really setting times in the Ferrari, just to see where we get in terms of our timing, and it's a 1:22.7. So yes, here is the car. You can see here there's no ERS in play, so you can see here that we're actively lagging down. Now whether or not I do this, well, I was going to say that before crashed out in turn 1. Do this mod again and put ERS in, I may or may not do. We might refine it a bit later, but this is pretty much the first attempt of this mod, probably the only attempt. We'll just carry on, might as well. You can see there that we're 1.2 seconds down. Of course, we haven't had any V12 cars since the 1995 Ferrari. So we've got to put it on 90s pace. I could try and up it, but the problem is there's not really much point of trying to up the power. It begins because it's not a realistic test thing, and it becomes more of just a general mod. So yes, you can see you're over 200 miles an hour struggling. I have, however, found a fix of the 6th gear thing, which may be fixed. It's not fixed for the AI because they don't use it, but I've just recorded the episode, next week's episode, which also has V12 engines. So there is a 7th gear in next week's episode, but not in this week's. Wanted to keep it comparison because we've got other cars, and of course the V8 car has a thing as a 1:25.1, a couple of seconds down, mostly due to the RS. So I went again actually, to see if we could actually improve on the V12, and you can see here that we're going to visually be half a second faster. We're still 1.8 seconds above. Now we've got V10 coming up next, but first of all we've got the Renault car. I've picked the Renault car, but you could have picked any of the midfield teams. I just picked the Renault car because I haven't actually driven it since I left career mode about a month ago. You can see we're actually doing a lot better. I'm not sure if it's the air of the Ferrari. It's been stabilised and it's just so much, but compared with the Renault we weren't actually doing that bad, but the traction out the last corner out Parabolica wasn't that great, and you see there we're only 7 tenths down. So yes, V10 now in the now unfortunately, because we were racing, if I could have put the F2004 car, which I was going to do, but then I took a look at the performance, and oh my goodness grief, that car has so much power. There is too much power in that car. So I've gone instead and borrowed although I've kept the engine noise from the F2004, as we invalidate on that time as usual, I've borrowed the engine performance from the 1998 McLaren Mercedes, which was also a V10 driven by Mick Hakkinen. It's still pretty fast relative to the V12. May not be faster. We're not aiming for 1:22.7, or that's the 1:10 pace we are being compared against. So we're on about half. We're less on the Renault because the Renault's got less power, so we're actually giving it better power. So the teams that got less power, like the Renault, Red Bull, Toro Rosso, are going to do a lot better. McLaren as well are going to do a lot better in this mod than they are compared to teams that have more power in real life. Ferrari, Mercedes, etc. And of course, we come to the Williams, which is the worst car I've ever driven. I'm not going. That's not. I'll tell a lie. It's not actually, but it is. It's just so awful. I'm thinking about doing a little experiment by making. Is it possible to make the world's worst F1 car? But yes. Didn't see the time. I think we're about a second. 23, so I think we're around that now. That's what we're going to be aiming for anyway. As I spoke over, apologies, the V8 engine, but nobody really likes this engine in that stories anyway, so yes, you can see here we're losing power straight away. We haven't got an 8th gear. ERS, you see, well, isn't affecting us really. It's DRS that's actually impacting on whether they didn't have DRS back before. I don't know how long we had DRS now. Must have been 2010. You can see we're losing quite a lot. We're a second behind at least, and it's just going to get worse, I think. As the V8 in this just sounds like an F1 2013 and earlier F1 2010. It's just too much the same. Codemasters, so they really need to work on their engine sounds. Yes, but without an 8th gear at this point, so 197 miles an hour it is. So yes, we're just waiting. We're lost with this lap. Really, it's far too slow. We're 2.5 seconds down compared to Ferrari. Imagine being 2.5 seconds slower. We probably get lapped in about 5 laps. Yeah. So yes, now it's time for all the second half of the video is to have a race, of course, 25% race as well, as Carlos Sainz, the man we did a couple of weeks ago in the Mercedes mod. One shot, and it's going to be 25%. We'll up the thing to 85, or I think I went with 86 in the end, and keep the weather clear, because we don't want any rain getting in the mix, otherwise that ruins pretty much the experiment. Into qualifying we come, and it was actually quite a good qualifying. I don't know why ERS is just plugging away there, but oh well. In actual fact, 6th place, so right at one of the big three, at least, so not a bad time. In actual fact, we're ahead of Leclerc, whose AI isn't as fast as Vettel's, unfortunately. Lando Norris is not that far away, only 2/10, so that's good for us. Although I think the Mercedes may have not switched off their performance. Something's went iffy with their performance. They should have been a second slower than that. So I did stop the game at this point and go and modify that. You see, the Williams was just so slow.
You can run side by side into the Rettifilio, but don't brake too late on these cold tyres or you will hit someone.
Thank you, Jeff. The race today is going to be a one-stop, doing more laps on a softs and the mediums. That's how a 25% race works. Whether or not I might try an experiment one day, try and double the tyre wear, so we can do 2 stops or something like that. Yes, fuel is still high because we're in Grand Prix mode. But let's go. 5 red lights for the Italian Grand Prix. Yes, the beautiful 17,000 RPM. All Red Bulls have had a brownie tonight. What? What on earth's going on there? So first of all, we get the most ridiculous penalty. So let's have a go on with Pierre Gasly. He's still in the Red Bull in the game. Him and I think because I went a little bit off circuit there. And I think it was Hulkenberg that took us out. We got a better start than Norris. So a couple of people not having an aggressive start. He just pushed us off. So let's go, attempt number 2. Hopefully we don't get slammed off and get ridiculous overtaking penalties again. 6th place once again. Once again the Rebels had a terrible start there. Down the outside, there's not a lot of room. The Ferrari's going to have to go through. But we'll try and squeeze out Verstappen. We should have... It's going to be close between us and V12 and Verstappen and us, but I think we're going to have just about enough power and enrich mix as well to move up. Indeed we do. We're into lap 2 now. You can see that everybody's trying to streak away. Verstappen's trying to get past us, but you can see there that the power of the V12 is starting to take away 200 miles an hour in 6th gear. I'm pretty sure we could probably get more out there if there was probably another gear. You can see that Norris actually goes through with Verstappen and squeezes Verstappen out again, who has to wait. Into lap 2 now, Norris is having a go at us now down the 2nd DRS straight under the bridge and into the Sky chicane. We block our teammate out. We can't let the smiling 12-year-old Lando Norris beat us in this race. Beat us ever, really. I mean, that is the code that Carlos must carry. You see that Verstappen to get past Norris. And we're going to give Verstappen the respect he deserves. Because of course him and Carlos don't get on. Let's see, Vettel's doing absolutely nowhere to come back. And he's going to try and go down the inside. We're going to brake later than both of them and then brake really hard. Although we're not braking as hard as we did the F2 race because F1's got better brakes. But he is at maximum speed there that gearbox would give. Vettel doesn't go, but he does event Verstappen. Yes, he does. Norris loses that. And you see that Alex Albon is streaking behind. Not sure why this has got. Toro Rosso's got a different engine noise to everybody else. Again, that's just so how awful this game is. You can see there Verstappen is really having a go at us. And Vettel as well. Vettel now goes around the outside, Verstappen to the inside. We're going to need to go to the outside of Vettel and Verstappen. We do that, take the inside line, turn 2, and then we sprint away out of there, and a lot better than what we were doing. Did we get? That was actually a fair overtake. Vettel didn't lose out to Verstappen, so good play on us. And you see there that slipstreaming keeps going on. Now Kimi Raikkonen is now overtaking us well. And you see the 2 Williams aren't doing that bad. I think they have got their V8 will definitely be more fuel efficient than the V10 of the late 90s in McLaren. So see there that Vettel though comes outside of us in the DRS. Verstappen tries to go to the inside into Ascari. We block off the outside though, so that Verstappen can't go there. But unfortunately, we haven't got the best of times, and we lose out to Vettel. Following lap, it's a deja vu. Verstappen this time gets the DRS. This time, we don't manage to get back ahead of him. However, we get a better run through Ascari on Verstappen than we did on previous laps, so we should be able to get DRS out of Parabolica, something we didn't get to have against Vettel, although we had a little bit of understeer in the car. We're basically getting ready to line this up. This is V10 and V12, these 2 cars are pretty much aligned. Coming in at the end of the lap anyway to make our one and only pit stop, outran the outside. I mean, why not? We'll just bunny hop across the corner, block Verstappen off completely, and accelerate away for 6th place. Not bad. Not sure there was a little bit of a lock-up. I see a bit of tyre smoke there. As Murray Walker used to call it, smokes up, but we'll gloss over that. And you can see here that, let's see who, Daniel Ricciardo, yes. Despite the fact that he's in a V10 engine driven by everybody else, he still manages to have the most rotten luck and is out of the Grand Prix, even though it's a 25% race. Do come in the pits, that's very nicely broken down there, thank you very much, and into the pits for one and only pit stop of the afternoon. So when we come, let's see what stop is like, 2.7 seconds, that's about right. Oh, that was unsafe release there, and Albon definitely ghosted there. Let's get a replay with this is the Anglo tie. Brett coming into the pits, minding his own business. On the McLaren goes through his front half. That would have been a dangerous release there. We would have had a penalty there. But of course, the game doesn't have unsafe releases. It just ghosts you. And it's not up to me anyway. It's up to the person. So they should really help me more. I don't know. Verstappen though is start to come back. This is that 9. He's really getting annoying and really just going to need to shift him out of the way. Vettel has strolled up the road into the likes of Hamilton, Leclerc, I think Gasly. Although Verstappen is going to come back. He's got the DRS this time. But we're going to come back with the slipstream to the outside and take the position back. I mean, that's a compromised line, but we take the position. Actually moving to lap 13, you can see that Lewis Hamilton has lost 5th place to Sebastian Vettel, so Vettel not doing that bad. They are quite a way up, as you see Verstappen taps us. And he's really starting to get the AI aggression. That is in Formula 1. He's going for a gap that really doesn't exist. He's never going to make that. And then he tries again. No. They're too aggressive in that way. But then that's the problem that F1 has. Do we want them aggressive or do we want them to make overtakes? That's the dilemma we have. Across the line though, 6th place, not bad. It's pretty much where we were, but I think the aero and the sashi side of the top teams pretty much kept them at bay, although Hamilton did lose 5 places. Bottas strolled away. See there that unfortunately Hulkenberg lost out the top 10, and really Albon was the man who came broke into the top 10. Poor Daniel Ricciardo. Actual fact, Williams did get ahead. Russell got ahead of Grosjean, Giovinazzi, and of course Stroll, but it wouldn't be hard to do that. So yes, that is going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe channel news to see more F1 2019 game experience. I'm going to upload the mod to race department, so it should be after this is uploaded. I shall go and do that. Or if it takes forever to upload and for some reason it's not on the channel until 11 o'clock tonight, then for whatever reason, then in which case I shall upload it tomorrow, but it'll be up there by at least tomorrow night, so go and check it out tomorrow night. So I'll try my best to remember to leave a link in the description below. If you've got any game ideas game ideas for F1 2020 and also gaming experiments for this, then let me know in the comments below. Until the next video, pass next time, take care, thank you so much for enjoying your day, and goodbye.